All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Demetrius Frazier. And yes, I'm back. Thank you, Marvin, for holding down the seat while I wasn't here. But you couldn't handle these jokers for 2 to 3 weeks in a row. So I had to come back. The zoo is back open. I'm here with my boy, Lance Adams, and Mr. Say It With Your Chest, Ron, birthday boy Wyatt. So if y'all don't know, Ron just turned the big 5'9". And so we're gonna toast and drink a lot tonight. But for sure, before we get into the toast, Ron, I want to say happy birthday, man. I know you're doing all the shenanigans for your birthday, but for sure, for me, for my family, from everybody here who's listening, we want to say happy birthday to you, bro. And I think you got a pour for us that can probably make it even better as we're celebrating you.
I sure do. But first, I want to correct you. It's not 5'9". That may be how old Lance's knees are.
Oh,
but I really
they get the numbers wrong? Is it?
Yeah, you got the numbers wrong. It's a 4'5". I come back like Jordan wearing a 4'5", not to play games with you, but to maim you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna maim you today with our pour of Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, and I'm gonna take it down a little notch. I'm gonna take it down to 94 proof.
Okay.
94 proof. Our small batch bourbon finished in toasted new oak barrels. Enhanced sweet oak, caramel, and baked spice notes. So that's what we're going to be sipping on. And let's get a nice little toast up here, fellas.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
I like how he's drinking out of a tumbler and we're drinking out of whiskey glasses.
Hey, man.
We'll keep it moving.
Lance, this is exactly why we don't have a sponsorship. They're like, you drinking our stuff out of a Yeti cup. What is this?
What is
All right, we're going to keep it moving. But look, we're right in the thick of a very important part of the sports calendar. There's NBA still going on. Baseball starting to kick up. NFL free agency is going. But one thing that for sure is probably the equalizer for everybody, whether you watch it or not all year long, is March Madness is here, man. We talked about this on the pod before, and for sure, we thought that this was going to happen. I think if you go back to the recording, we actually said that Miami of Ohio will finish the regular season undefeated. Lance, I think you pulled up the teams, and we came down
directional
to
Michigan schools.
Right.
A lot of them.
And we said they are going to win the regular season, and they did finish the regular season undefeated. Do we think, I think that's the debate now, if they stumble in the tournament, do we think that they are not going to make it to the dance? Is that what I'm hearing now? Is that where do you guys stand on that part?
That's whispers, but there's no way a one-loss team misses.
Yes, it's no way.
I don't care if they lose in the first round of the tournament. They get in. And we're talking about the conference tournament. They're going to get in. They're going to get into the big dance.
Yeah, they'll get into the big dance. They'll drop down a seed, probably hit like an 8 or 9, something like that. If they win the tournament, they'll be a 5 seed, automatic bid. That's about max.
5 seed is kind of hot.
They are not getting a 5 seed. They're not even ranked.
I think they're getting like a 12.
Why do you think they're going to be I think.
You think it's going to be the reverse?
Yeah, I think if they get a top 10 seed,
you'll be shocked.
I think that's the only way they get past the first round. If they're seeded lower than 10, they're losing in the first round.
I will say this. If they're a top 5 seed, I'm calling upset first round in my bracket. I'm just saying.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I have them leaving the first round.
This will be the first one that I get right.
Yeah,
but,
I'm in Michigan.
Oh, we know. You're a hater.
But Ron said,
national champions.
Let me go back to the notes here.
Yep. We're in the championship game.
Write it down.
Yeah,
that's what he
Michigan,
said.
Michigan, Arizona in the national championship. Depends on how the brackets
not
fall.
What you said. Y'all were winning.
I said Michigan is winning the national championship.
Okay,
I'm gonna repeat.
over here.
Michigan is winning the national championship.
But
I also have this plan. Michigan is winning the national championship.
You got that snippet?
Yeah. Get that snippet. That's what I'm saying.
Sure. Michigan is winning.
I'm not like you. I'm not going wishy-washy and say something and go back and forth.
I didn't know. I didn't know if it was just because Marvin was here.
No. I'm
saying
with that.
I got it
out there. Gotcha.
So listen, we need to keep track of these, Lance. So Lance, we did the Super Bowl. We did our bet.
Yeah.
Lance, put it on the board. Again, Wolverines are winning the national championship, according to Ron. I don't know if we're gonna put a bet on it. Lance, you taking that up?
I mean, we should go about who got the most right in our brackets.
So what you saying is who ranks higher in our very organized and coordinated March Madness pool that we have on Sleeper right now. So if you're already following us, you know that we're doing fantasy basketball, and we're just going right into March Madness. We do have a pool. We'll have that in the notes, and you can join us anywhere. It's free to join. And Sleeper, if you're not into fantasy football or that, it's probably one of the best apps out there.
It is.
For
Definitely.
sure. Check us out. Join the Brown Liquor Sports Listener League for March Madness, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get more answers right than Lance. I'm just saying, it may happen. Is that possible? Who won? I feel like we did a March Madness pool last year.
I'm going to say it was me.
You're going to say it was you?
You're going to say, of course.
It was
Of course
one
it
of
is.
these years I was like in the 98th percentile. Probably wasn't last year because I feel like I was ranked really high, and then the following year was a crash out.
We got to check the
So-
stats. I feel like I won last year out of the three of us.
I know it wasn't me. I was hot the year.
And
or two
we
before
need
that.
to also put the plug out there and set the women's bracket up as well too.
Yeah.
Let's go for both.
And you got to do those quicker, right? Because don't the women start before?
Yeah, before.
All right. So we'll set that one up, get that going. If you are listening, you want to join, please join us on the March Madness pool for the Brown Liquor Sports. But there's so much else going on. Like I said, this is an important part of the sports season. We do have NFL free agency. Are we? Hold on. Let me get this
full
right.
swing.
Are we in the anti-tampering? What?
No.
No,
live.
it's full tampering. It's full tampering.
It went live.
It went live at 4 o'clock. At 4
Wednesday,
o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Okay, so these are the real trades. Before we were like in a legal tampering.
Before
whatever.
was it's a trade and it will be official Wednesday at 4.
Due
But
to physicals.
if
Hint, hint.
something comes up before 4, you can get out of it.
You can get out of it.
Which,
Speaking of getting out, I mean,
Which I
Max
think-
Crosby was on his way to the Baltimore Ravens, and all of a sudden, he's got shingles or something. I don't know what the hell happened in his physical, but they're not trading him to the Ravens, and then did what? Like, somebody help me understand what happened here.
The GM got cold feet. They want to blame it on the physical. They rescinded the trade because I personally believe they found out for the guy they signed in Trey Hendrickson for a little bit less money and guarantees that they got him as a cheaper deal, and they was to keep their top 20 pick and keep their 2-1s back because they lost everybody in free agency. So they had a lot of holes, and they had to go back and get somebody. So they get a pass rusher, and they also keep their pick. And their GM got scared, and just said, all right, we're going to blame it on his physical and just call it a day.
So they got the pass rusher they wanted. In the Max Crosby deal, they had to give up 2 1s.
2 first-round picks.
2 1s, so they don't have to do that with the Hendrickson deal. So if you're the Baltimore Ravens, what do you do now? What do you
Draft the
focus on?
interior lineman because they lost their center to the Raiders, who got a stupid bag, highest paid interior offensive lineman in history.
So you lose
which is a good idea.
you lose the architect of your offensive line in the middle.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
So he's gone. You got to replace him. There's no Lindenbaum sitting on the free agency market. So you're most likely going to get a veteran, or you're not doing
you're
a
gonna
rookie.
draft a guy.
You're going to draft a guy.
You're going to draft a guy. Okay.
You got to draft a guy. Yeah, you're going to definitely draft a guy.
I
So
mean,
what
you
about
get
the-
Pro Bowl centers in the 4th round? So
What about the back end of the defense? Because I felt like that was an issue last year too.
I mean, they still got Hamilton. They just added Kevin Byard, right? No, that was the Patriots.
That was the
Byard.
Patriots. Yeah.
Yeah, they still got what's the corner that's always hurt? That's really good.
Oh, he's good? Or, I mean,
Humphrey.
he's trash. He's trash.
He's a good corner. He's better than any corners y'all have.
No. Ours is not on IR as much as he is. He's constantly on IR.
You got to be available.
All
gotta
you
be
do is
available.
complain about how hurt your team is, Ron. What are you talking about?
I do. But Humphrey stays on IR.
And so does your entire team.
Not the entire team, but some parts of the defense.
Jameer Gibbs does not. I wish he would, because
Some
I
parts
played
of
him in
defense.
fantasy football. And
Meaning the secondary.
I mean, your whole team was healthy, and they still look like trash.
I know that. I don't
Okay.
argue that. You
Okay.
argue.
I'm just saying.
I don't argue that they were trash.
I mean, didn't they pick up Diggs? No, that was the Packers.
so many players moving, man.
It is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
But I will say the one that kind of surprised me the most was the bag that our buddy got, Daniel Jones.
He
Actually,
must
Daniel
have,
Jones and Alec Pierce. They both
must have Kirk Cousins' agent because
speed dial.
who first they transition tagged him for $37 million.
Right.
Who was beating? Who were they negotiating against? What team was like, I really hope the Colts don't sign Daniel Jones so we can go get him and pay him $40 million. I don't understand it. Like, things of free agency, I get it. The Raiders overpaid for Lindenbaugh because the drop off from him and the next available center was severe.
Right.
Correct.
And if you're going to, they have the money.
They
so
had to get to the floor.
Front-load it as much as possible. You got a rookie quarterback about to come in. I get it. It makes sense. Who was Daniel Jones' agent also negotiating with besides the Colts? What team was like, man?
Vikings?
The Vikings were not going to give him $40 million.
No, they wasn't. But I mean, that's the only team that probably would needed a quarterback as bad. But he's coming. Here's the crazy part. He's coming off of a broken leg and what? A torn ACL in the other leg?
But they say he'll be ready for training camp.
Yeah. Exactly.
That might have been his mom that tweeted that, but they say.
His agent's burner account.
His agent. Yeah, he's
burner
got
account.
I mean, Kirk Cousins did get cut. He's going to get picked up by somebody.
Yeah.
But he did take Atlanta. He did. Can we just briefly touch on this? The Atlanta Falcons must love all quarterbacks that are hurt. Can we go get a bag real quick, Lance? I mean, me and you can go suit up and go sit on IR for 14 weeks. So you drafted Michael Penix, who had ACL problems, who tore his ACL. You gave Kirk Cousins $100 million coming off of a torn Achilles, who can't even stand up straight. You threw him out there. You basically released Kirk Cousins after giving him that money, and then you signed Captain Concussion.
Yeah.
AKA
that
Cradle
tracks,
Hands.
though. It tracks.
Also known as Tua. I mean, why?
I feel like they're
Tua's
consistent, bro.
taking that starting job.
Yeah, he has to.
Playing in the NFC South, dome, indoors. I think
Perfect
Tua will
fit.
light it up.
And he doesn't. I mean, he has weapons.
It's not much.
His
It's not
Drake
mean.
London's still
Lots
there.
of weapons.
Lots of weapons.
He's got a good running back.
Pitts.
Well, they got to
there.
sign him, but yeah.
They franchise tagged him.
So I think. I mean, he's got people to throw to. They might get a rookie or somebody else that comes in as a secondary wide receiver or something. That's not a bad spot for Tua. He just has to stay upright. So you said, all right. I actually had to write this down because I was like, maybe I missed somebody. If I'm the Colts and I'm like, all right, we need a quarterback. Maybe Richardson isn't the guy, right? What was available for me to get? So I can go to the draft. That's an option. But then there's Kyler Murray. There's Geno Smith.
Jet.
Malik Willis. There's Justin Fields. Like,
that's a running back.
I'm not saying pay Daniel Jones that kind of money, but the options are slim. Did I miss
you
one?
got the fossil.
I'd rather
Aaron Rodgers.
I'd rather give Justin Fields 20 than Daniel Jones 40.
40. The 40 is killing me.
I think Daniel Jones is a better quarterback, but if I can put a team around that extra 20 million plus Fields, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't think Daniel Jones is good.
No, but the people that's competing for him is the same people that were reaching for him in the NFL draft when we were sitting at Nashville. Yep. They were like, "We gotta get him, before somebody else." Jesus Christ!
I think the whole Sam Darnold situation has really skewed a lot of these quarterbacks that got kind of like not developed by previous organizations, and everybody thinks now I'm going to be the smartest man in the room and get a QB that's been underdeveloped and bring him into my franchise and go that well. So we'll see.
I would.
So if that philosophy works, then Kyler goes to Minnesota, right?
Yeah. Kyler should go to Minnesota. I think that should be a no-brainer. Yeah.
All right. Well, if y'all figure out the math on why Daniel Jones has the best agent in America, competing with Kirk Cousins, you let me know because I feel like I need to renegotiate my contracts. But speaking of putting up numbers, you guys were sending me texts. I was like, nah, these niggas is drunk. There's no way. Ain't no way. Because I'm thinking like autocorrect got y'all. Because I'm
Nah.
like, y'all said Bam, and I was like, no, is it Sam? Is it Jack? What could have been the order correct for Bam? But
You
Bam,
thought we was doing the Mike Breen, bam, from downtown for 3.
Bam put up 83. What's your thoughts? What was going through your mind when you saw the numbers?
First thing that came to my mind is, how did the Wizards allow this? He is typically not an aggressive offensive player. Like, he's perfectly good to be in the, like, I mean, 18 is cool. Let me get my 12 boards. Let me get 3 blocks. Let me get 4 assists. Let me get 2 steals. That's the lane I live in. And I actually told somebody, before that happened, if you would put a list of the top 100 players that are in the NBA that you think currently could break Kobe's record, I don't know if he's even on the list.
No, he's not.
Like, you're going to pick the dude off the bench that is a lightning rod that if the starter gets hurt could go off before you pick Bam. His previous career high was like 34 points.
And it tracks. I mean, that makes sense, right? So Ron, Lance brings up a good point. If there was somebody that I sent you a text message and I said they scored 83 last night, who are the people you thought would have been that name other than Bam?
Everybody.
Or it'd have been like anybody. Like, I mean, the obvious ones would have been like Luka, Ant, Joker, Giannis, somebody like that. You would be like, okay, Shea. I mean, those type of guys are scorers. You know they're being aggressive. But like, watching that and tracking that game, I mean, I saw the little things coming up. Bam had 30 in the first. I'm like, 30 in the first?
That's crazy.
Who is guarding him? Not my personal opinion. If I was the owner of the Wizards, not one player, not one coaching staff, y'all would not be getting on my team playing. Y'all would try to find a way. Y'all gave up 150 points. It would be walk. Y'all would have to figure out a way how to get home. Y'all NBA players, y'all take y'all per diem, y'all fly coach, economy, get on Spirit, Frontier. Y'all find y'all way back to my facility to come back and run 3 a day. We run in wind sprints. I'm bringing all the G League players. I'm pulling the Jimmy Butler. I'm bringing all the G League players up, and we're going to have an open tryout because this is ridiculous. 150 points?
I 100% disagree. I think they understood the assignment.
Oh.
These dudes is fighting and tanking for the number one
I
pick.
mean, yeah, it's true.
And they're trying to get their odds up. And I wish they would send these notes to the New York Football Giants, because the New York Football Giants would be like, don't know how to do it. They're like, we're so close.
But it's an NFC East rival. We gotta win.
We gotta win. No, you do not. You need to do
put Russell
a
Wilson
Washington
back out
Wizards.
there.
That's what I need to see.
I mean, he threw for 400 yards for Shot Tank?
Like, but why? Like, what are you proving at this point that we're going to be our number 4 pick? I'm not saying we needed a quarterback, the number 1, but number 2 would have been sweet. Well, anyway. All right, and Wemby last night put up some numbers too. I want to say he put up 8 3-pointers. And this guy, for sure, is probably rising the ranks of the greatest players in our league right now. What is his ceiling? When it's all said and done and we wrap up Wemby's career, given what you've seen, that's not a long career yet, where do you think this goes?
The ceiling is second greatest of all time.
So you think he can be above LeBron? I'm assuming that's your number 2. Okay. Is that your number 2? I didn't want to put that.
Yeah, that's number 2. I mean, come on.
I don't know.
I mean,
the list starts at 2.
List starts at 2. So you saying Jordan and this guy, Wemby, from all his impact, how many rings you think we seeing?
At least 4.
At least 4. All right. Ron, what you got, man? What's the ceiling for this guy?
2 is high. I see 2, but I think the accolades that number 2 has is just ridiculous. But I will say the conversation would be there if he got 4 rings, 5 or 6 MVPs, 5 or 6 depoys, 5 or 6 finals MVPs. That conversation, because no one's touching that number 1 scoring of all time. That's not going to happen.
It's also a stat that was created for LeBron.
Number 1 in scoring? Wait, Kareem had it forever.
Kareem had it
And
forever.
nobody cared. It never came up in the argument of greatest of all time with Kareem. When people said Jordan, the comeback was never, but Kareem has the number one score.
The GOAT was always,
ever said
it was always
that.
rings. Right?
It was
It
rings.
was rings, and it was, what did you see?
What did you, the eye test. If he stays healthy, I mean, his ceiling is like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, I think
I can't answer the question. What do you think is his ceiling? Answer the question.
You need to shut up.
I think Ron said
that's what I'm
3.
saying. I said 3. I'm saying 3. I think the 2-3 conversation is going to be a conversation that's going to happen all the time. It's going to be, if he does what we think he's going to do between him and Bron, it's going to come down to those conversations.
I'm going to tell you where he ends up winning that conversation. If he stays with the Spurs.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Because I don't see him trying to force his way out. Doesn't seem like his character.
I mean, LeBron's had 4 stops. Name an all-time great that's been on that many teams. Name one. Shaq's the only one.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
And I honestly forget about those last couple
The
runs.
Celtics, the Suns,
The Cavs.
I only see Magic and Lakers.
That's it. Magic, Lakers, Heat.
Yeah.
That's true. So that'd be 3. So that's still a lot. But then he added a couple more in there.
Most all-time greats either finish with their team or they get like that 2 years at the end with somebody else. Yeah. Because they think they still got it and they don't. But
y'all seen these TikToks where the guys are like pick all-time teams, and almost always there's a player that you forget played on
for
a
that
random
roster.
team, like the Raptors, right? So
I saw the Knicks one, and it was like Tracy McGrady or somebody.
Yeah.
I was like, Tracy McGrady played for the
Penny
Knicks?
Hardaway.
Yeah, I remember Penny. I don't remember.
we were on a
McGrady.
run of just picking up players way past their prime. Like
Y'all was on NBA Live, like, ooh, his ratings are 86.
he still got it. Like come on,
Still got
man.
it. Yeah, man.
Oh man, but I'd actually see this guy at 5, but for the most part, it's because I have I don't think he's gonna like stay forever. I think he's just gonna be like quit.
Yeah, and that's where you said the ceiling. Like ceiling means long career, stays healthy.
Right.
My ceiling for him is 3, but where I think he will land is 5. I think he will just go off into the sunset and go read books in like a foreign country somewhere. Like I don't
pull a Joker.
I don't see him as like wanting to stay forever. And his body's going to take a beating because he's a little smaller, and he does like to go into the paint, which thank you to be that tall, shooting these threes and still driving the paint. So I love it. All right. So we're going to go real quick on a couple other things that we saw. There's one that I definitely want to get to, but let's start with the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships. We're here in Virginia. If you don't know, they are happening this coming weekend actually. Yeah. So Lance, you're probably our resident track expert. What do you think of this, and why is this important?
It's great for Virginia. It's great for Virginia Beach. Shout out 757. I will actually be down in the 757 this weekend. I don't think I'm gonna have time to shoot over, but I mean, it's huge. And it also mirrors for me some of the issues in Richmond with why we don't have a facility to be able to do something like this, and Virginia Beach does. But when it came across it, I was like, this is happening this weekend, and I know nothing about it. I had to go track it down. I didn't find an advertisement that told me that was happening. And that's bad for Virginia Beach, and that's bad for the NCAA. Like, this is your national track and field is massive. I know outdoor is larger than indoor, but I mean, getting that out there is, you got to do it. If you're in, 2-3 hours from the 757 and you got some time this weekend, check out the track and field indoor championships. Like, if any of y'all ever run track, an indoor track meet is crazy. It's an experience. If you've never been, it's an experience. And when these races go and you hear that, woo, 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 y'all don't even know what that is if you've never been. But let me tell you, if you are in first place and you hear that,
do not turn around.
That is not good for you. Because that means you are getting ran down, and all
Right.
my indoor track runners know what it's like to hear it, and you're the one charging up. And it's unfortunate if you've been on the other end and got ran down.
If you got another gear left, man, now's the time.
Now's the time. Don't save nothing.
Don't
Now is the
save it.
time.
It's not working right now.
Those are warning shots.
I want to slip one in here real quick. The WBC is also happening, World Baseball Classic, if you're not familiar. And there's just one thing that I caught, other than the U.S. team losing. But right before that match, before U.S. played Italy, I want to say the manager of the U.S. said, "We're already advancing. We got this in the bag." And this,
Mark
I was
DeRosa.
getting ready to say, they lost, and now they are scrambling to try to get into. So, is this the biggest gaffe you've ever seen with a manager running their mouth, or not? Or am I making too big of this?
It's not the biggest because, truthfully, the stakes here in America aren't that high. Like, we expect to win, we want to win, but if we don't, it's like, we don't care about that. Yeah. You know?
They care until they don't care, right?
Exactly. They care until they don't. So, no, biggest gaffes, nah. But is it boneheaded to be in the tournament and not know the rules for making it to the next round? Absolutely.
I wouldn't even said it. Like, just don't talk about the next round. Just, hey, we're taking one game at a time. This is literally in the, like, manager's handbook. And he just decided, nah, we good. We got this.
I mean, it's a little arrogance. He just thought that they were going to be in the medal rounds or, in that situation. It's a little arrogant, but, he's kind of boneheadish.
When I see these lineups for these other teams, I don't think it's time
man.
to be arrogant.
No, it's not.
You need to be focused.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. The one topic I couldn't wait to talk about, bro.
Cue it up.
Couldn't wait to talk about the booger sugar bag, man. So hold on, guys. Let me compose myself. Apparently, the now ex-wife,
They've been estranged.
estranged.
And she is now filing. She's filing for somebody's filing for.
He is filing for a divorce, allegedly.
Allegedly. So there was a
Allegedly.
video of this
Allegedly.
alleged booger sugar that belongs to Dwight Howard.
White powdery substance.
White
Pure
powdery
uncut
substance.
Colombian.
White powdery substance.
And if
Yes.
you're wondering the size of the bag, if you haven't seen the video, it wasn't this small. It was more like
The gallon Ziploc bag.
it was enough sugar if you wanted to bake a bunch of donuts for a bakery.
That's exactly what he was probably.
He could have played a stunt devil in the Scarface movie before
He was baking.
he went out for the end. He was baking.
He's a big man. That's probably where he keeps his, baked goods.
He's out of the league. He can eat as much donuts as he
That's
likes.
exactly what it was. He was making
That's it.
donuts, and his wife's making a big deal out of it. I don't understand it.
I don't understand. And she's crying in the car. She took his sugar into the car. I mean, I'd be upset too.
How's he going to make his donuts now?
How's he gonna make his donuts? Right? I'd be upset.
Don't know. Very upset.
So, do you think it's real?
100%.
100%.
100%. That was
Why
definitely
does my
crack
man
cocaine.
have this much in one large bag,
That was
man?
definitely crack cocaine, y'all.
So
I'm
what you're
sorry
saying
for any
was
kids
him and
listening.
Lamar Odom was hanging out and they were having a few,
Not a few.
not a few?
Not a few, man.
Not a few?
No, they just had this thing. They just stuffed it in their nose and taped it. They was like, I'm going right back. Oh, I don't get it.
They were product testing?
I've never been at that level where I had that much money to buy that much cocaine in the first place, let alone want to use it. He still has celebrity to him. He can go to China and talk and all that stuff. I don't see why you need that much cocaine. But
It is.
I also have a lot of alcohol sitting on my desk, so I don't. Maybe that's my equivalent. This is the broke people's cocaine. I don't know how that works. But listen, one more thing before we get into our main topic. Dak Prescott said the wedding is off. Ron, do you agree with the move, or should he have done it a different way?
I mean, I definitely agree with the move. I mean, you wasn't with him shooting in the gym. I mean, he's $240 million. and he offered a prenup deal. I mean, he's got 2 kids. You know, he's paying a certain amount of child support.
Just the fake shooting.
Yeah.
Look,
Only Lance.
He pulled a muscle. Fake
He
shooting.
pulled a muscle. He's on IR.
Get him out. Time out.
Time out.
I need a timeout.
I'm over here about to die. I couldn't hit mute on my mic fast enough. we can't edit it out because Ron was in the middle of talking.
Ron's trying to make a point.
And Lance get injured. Only person I ever seen get injured on a podcast.
On a podcast. Pull
On
the
a
pectoral
podcast.
muscle.
Torn
Trying to
pec.
fake shoot.
Hey, we got to call Adam Scheffler for this.
Ron, I don't know what your point was. I can't remember.
My whole point is Mr. Prescott, he was out there makes a pretty nice penny. It's a quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. And he told the young lady, hey, I need to protect my earnings and my asset. We have some kids. If we break up, you get a check from that. But, we're not going to get half. You didn't contribute for half of the practice time.
Yeah.
Half of these hits, anything to that point. So it is what it is. He said no.
Wonder, should prenups be like normal? Should we be doing them anyway?
With celebrities, 100%.
Yes. With celebrities, 100%.
I'm talking about.
Nobody wants the $600 in my checking account.
I mean, but you have potential.
Nobody wants that.
You have potential. This podcast
Celebrities
can
should
blow
be
up,
pretty
right?
standard. Yeah.
All right.
Celebrities should be pretty standard.
Also, I mean, it's just as a Cowboys fan, it's another instance where Dak thought he was going to get a ring.
Came up
a
little short.
Came up a little short.
Defense let him down.
Oh man.
Interception.
Defense let him down.
Well, I hope he does continue to take care of his children, be a good father, and all that good stuff. But man, the prenup conversation is not working for these players. All right, so our main topic tonight, we came across something on the internet. It actually had us talking, and I would love for my 2 gentlemen here to give us their take on it. So the question was, it was a list. It was a list of the top 10 rappers who did not have a classic album. So, and this is only for their individual solo career. So if they were in a group and they had a classic album, does not count for them. So we want to go through a few of the names, not all of them. And Ron and Lance, I want to get your take on one, do they have a classic album? Maybe there's a name that was on there in error, or do you agree with the names? So let's start with the order that we have on the screen. Cannabis. Is Cannabis one of the top 10 rappers to not have a classic album? Do you agree, disagree?
I think so. He definitely doesn't have a classic. The only debate is if there are 10 better rappers that don't have a classic album. That's the only debate.
So how many albums does he have? Because I thought it was just 2. I don't think he has a lot. But the one that I thought would be worth a debate is probably Ludacris. Ludacris was on the list.
That's the one, and here's the caveat. Here's where you think
Loso's way is close.
All right, so before we go for it, so I'm just give some of the names that's on the list. Cannabis, Andre 3000, specifically,
no solo,
obviously
no
not
solo.
Outkast. Busta Rhymes,
right?
Ludacris, Inspector Deck, Black Thought from the Roots, Fabulous, Jadakiss, Method Man, and Grand Puba. I think there was some more names on the list, but let's just go with these for now.
Nah, that was the list.
No, that was it.
That was the list.
Yeah.
Is that 10?
Yeah.
That's 10. All right, so that's the 10.
I listed it in order.
All right, so of these names, Ron, you're saying that Fabulous has a classic album.
Loso's way is the closest that he's got. And it really comes at.
It's not classic. It's not a classic album.
I think we're skewed because he's got that damn soul tape.
It's not a classic album.
Tapes. You think one or 2? All right, so what about Ludacris?
I think, before I was rudely interrupted, you think he has a classic if you're my age if you were between 16 and 25 when Luda's first album dropped and his second album dropped, I don't think he has a classic. I think he has two very good albums, but they don't age well.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair, I think. Fair assessment. Because, like, you could be in the moment and be like, yo, I listened to this thing back to back 17 million times. And then you, like, 5 years later, like, I will never listen to that album again. Just because it was the bop back then. So what was the other name that you were thinking of, Lance? You were saying Ludacris, maybe somebody else?
Method Man.
To Cal?
Cal is a fantastic, but again, it is very rare. I 100% agree with this list. 100%.
Not
But
wrong.
I do think you could have a conversation about some albums. About Luda, you can have a conversation. Fab, I guess you can have a conversation. I
Busta's
think Meth,
Big Bang Theory?
I think
Yeah,
Meth,
Big Bang
you can
was
have
the
a.
one.
That album, I listened to that album a lot. They had a high replay value. It was really put together. That was the one Dr. Dre produced for him.
Yeah.
So
Let me see what the track list is on that one.
That's what I'm looking up to.
Get You Some featuring Q-Tip. Touch It. That was a very commercial song. How We Do It Over Here in New York shit was pretty popular.
Swiss Beats, yeah.
Been Through the Storm with Stevie Wonder. In the Ghetto with Rick James. Cocaina. You Can't Hold the Torch. Yeah, I'm not feeling classic off of this one. And you know, I'm a Busta fan. Extinction Level Event's probably my favorite, but it's not a classic album either. I just the classic bar, when you put classic on it, it puts it where we shouldn't have that many up there anyway.
I mean, classic. I think the definition of a classic is something that is great in any point in time, almost. So you talk about a classic movie. It could be 40 years old.
You going back to listen
but
to it.
that movie is still there. That album is still there. I mean, great albums can be great for 5-10 years. I think if it doesn't get out of the decade, it's not classic. If it doesn't escape the market in which it was released, it's not a classic.
Or that moment in time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you know.
All right, so what rapper was left off of this list? Was it somebody that you like, yo, how they missed that?
I got a controversial one.
I'm a piss some people off. So
I am too.
Say mine.
No, say yours. No, I'm gonna do it, Lil Wayne.
Drake.
Lil Wayne don't have a classic?
Carter 2?
I feel like this is a meme. Who else is on the list?
Let's say Take Care. Take Care. And we can go back to Take Care and Carter 2.
I'm stuck on Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne ain't got a classic?
People say Carter 2, but in the definition of that, leave it out there. But Take Care and Carter 2 was an
obviously my caveat for Drake is I just don't really care for his music. I don't listen to his albums. I haven't heard songs on the radio that made me say I want to hear more. So, you know.
You just pissed off half of the country. Huh? Okay.
Carter 2 for me. But again, that came out when I was in college, of course. So
if we were to roll that album right now, would it stand your test?
Some songs would, but the album, I think if there were songs I skipped before, I'm skipping. Oh, actually, I don't know. This track list.
I don't know.
This track list is kind of crazy. I don't know if I'm skipping.
You saying this is a no skip album?
I mean, I don't. There's some songs I have to play to remember.
That's a whole different list, Ron, right?
But
a no skip album is.
I'm not saying that.
Okay, I was about to write it down because
that off first glance, there aren't songs that I actively know I would skip.
But on first glance, is it a classic?
I think so.
Okay. And
I
you
think
said
so.
Drake was your pick.
Yeah, Drake. I say
And
take
how
care.
I feel about Lil Wayne is how somebody else is gonna feel about Drake. 'Cause
Yeah.
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
where they were.
That's their lane and how they listen to it. But going back and listen to it, like the aging of it, I think his body of work is Take Care. What about you, D? Who you got on that? Is anybody off that list?
I'm sorry.
He said, "I'm just asking the questions."
I'm here to
Okay.
ask the questions.
Okay.
To not have a classic, I don't have anybody that I would add to it. I think this was a good list of names. The Andre 3000 has always been, kind of
It's an
Well,
ass,
him and Black Thought are not because they've ever put out bad music, is that they simply haven't put out a solo album. So like,
Well,
Black
Black
Thought
Thought's
actually
got
has
Black Thought
some-
actually
he's
has
got
solo
some-
albums.
Solo project.
Yeah, he does.
Andre never put out a solo. Well, technically, he never put out a solo project because
the flutist,
right? No, but the second disc of
that's the speaker box love below, and that disc. Well,
it's awesome.
I think by the definition of classic, it is.
Yeah.
Like that album's crazy, but from a rapping perspective, nah. That's not a classic rap album.
So what's Ron, I gotta ask, what's Eminem's classic album? I know that's your boy.
Marshall Mathers, the second album.
Yeah, Marshall Mathers LP.
Marshall Mathers LP.
All right, and we giving
But-
Snoop a classic album, right?
Oh yeah,
Doggy Style.
of course.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going down my list of names that I could possibly.
DMX's Dark as Hell is Hot. Hov is
DMX first two albums. Are
DMX's
Yeah.
Christmas album is a classic. This nigga could sing and do a rap anything he want. I think the list is solid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even some of the other mid-tier rappers, Raekwon's got a classic album, so he wouldn't be on the list. Scarface, maybe?
Yeah, The Diary?
Classic.
Yeah.
He's got a classic. All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ghostface.
Yeah.
50 Cent's got a classic.
Yeah.
Ice Cube's got a classic.
Yeah. Death Certificate.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Missy.
Yeah.
Does she have
Missy?
a classic album? That's actually a very good question.
I know
Misdemeanor?
That's very interesting.
She's got to have one, right? I mean,
She's got to, but I don't. It feels really bad, but I don't play Missy Elliott albums.
What would be T.I.? King? Or Paper Trail?
Or Urban Legend.
Urban Legend, yeah.
he's got a couple.
Like, he's,
I mean,
T.I. is.
do we all agree is Jeezy is the first album?
Yeah,
Okay.
101.
You actually asked the wrong person.
I'm just
I
saying.
don't know many Jeezy albums I don't like. Because I actually just like Jeezy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once the song starts and he start rapping, I'm like, I'm in. He could be rapping about Colgate toothpaste and that'd be good.
I'm like that with Rick Ross.
Yes. Rick.
And it's like,
yeah.
I know he's not going to say anything that I'm ever going to want to rewind, ever. But it's just like, it's just a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What about
the flow is smooth, the production is on point.
And what I like about him, which is the critique about Nas, is that Rick knows how to pick beats for his flow.
Yes.
Nas is like, yo, give me whatever. I'll rap on anything.
Yo, Chris Webber, come on in here and make this beat for me.
You said,
Whatever you got,
get one free? Yeah, I'll take that second one.
I'll take that second one.
And
Thank you. Hey, can we all say thank you, Hit Boy, for helping Nas
he
with his
lucked
beat
out.
selection?
Because if we got that Thief's theme beat on one more song.
Yes.
It's like, come on, Nas. And that's how you know he don't have a good friendship group. Because somebody should have been like, yo, we got to have an intervention, bro. Like, come on. I love you, man. I love your work. But these Fisher-Price beats you've been playing with, they got to go, man. And no one's doing that to him, or he's not listening to him, one or two. Because even that Primo album shouldn't have happened.
He wants his bars to shine.
Yeah.
And he
The
picks the
Primo
right
album
beats.
shouldn't have happened.
He picks the right beats for that.
That's what I'm saying. What about Ghostface Killer? Does he have a classic album?
Yeah.
Fish scale.
Fish Scale? All right. Thought you were going to go Supreme Clientele. That's fine.
Go Supreme Clientele.
I mean,
Well, the first two. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, you say Fish.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit younger, so Fish scale hit a little bit more.
don't.
What about Iron Man?
He always throwing the young part. He's like
that's
2 years younger than you, Ron. What's
Yeah, I
up?
know, right?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
He's 59. You're 57.
Are we forgetting anybody? Let's see.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
classic.
actually got a list here. I agree with the names: Pusha T, Q-Tip. These are mid tier.
Yeah.
I mean, T.I. being 32 is on this list is kind of crazy.
T.I. is going into underrated territory. I didn't think that would ever happen.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
I don't think people realize how big T.I. was between like 03 and like 2011
yeah.
or something like that. Like this dude, everything he touched was it was just immaculate.
Yeah.
He didn't put out bad music.
I think if I'm hearing y'all right, we agree with the list. The list is solid. We don't have a name that we would take off. Cannabis was a reach because
Yeah.
I actually don't remember his music.
It's with him. It's always more a skill thing.
Yeah.
Like when they say best rappers, it's like for him, they're like, we actually mean the talent of rapping.
Right. All right, man. Not a crime. I like the list. We'll tell you if this list is egregious, but we do have a crime of the week we need to cover before we get out of here. I mean, I'm actually disappointed by this as the result of this crime. So, Lance, give it to us. Tell us what happened and why is the crime of the week?
For all of my people in the ATL, this one's for you. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the NBA canceled Magic City Night. It is an Atlanta staple. They already had the merchandise. They're already selling the tickets. These people are not going to get no refunds. But here's the wild thing. The NBA canceled it because they don't like the representation of it being adjacent to a strip club. They pulled the decency. We are the league. We have to look out for our consumers. And we want a place where everybody is comfortable and yada, yada, yada. The same NBA that is all in on gambling. The same NBA that just had a head coach of a team get suspended. And the brother of a player that makes $20+ million get kicked out the league. And all these other players, gambling cool, strip club bad. All right, you got players like Miles Bridges, put his hands on women. You got all sorts of other players putting their hands on women. They still sign 9-figure deals. But here's the thing. Luke Cornett, if y'all don't know who Luke Cornett is, just Google him. And yes, he is. You'll know. He made a post on a blog how this blew up. That Luke Cornett said something on a blog and it started spreading on social media. He said that the abuse, harassment, and violence that women face in that industry are a reason why the NBA shouldn't associate with it. Luke Cornett.
Voice of the NBA.
I just want to know what abuse, harassment, and violence does Luke Cornett know about in strip clubs? Because either he's never been, so he's just going off assumptions, or maybe he has been, and that's why he doesn't go anymore. I don't know.
I have seen with my own eyes people getting smacked.
So let me make sure I hear this correctly, Lance. Are you telling me that Luke Cornett may or may not have wore the Malcolm X t-shirt, the Martin Luther King t-shirt on Martin Luther King Day what the NBA celebrates? He may or may not wore.
He probably was game time decision.
Game time decision.
Decision came down.
You trying to say that he had a DMP that day? He didn't want to play. Knee soreness.
Hamstring tighten up and warm up.
Hamstring tighten up. Okay, coach. Okay.
Can't
Got
go.
You. Can't go. Okay.
They make stances on the weirdest things, man. Man, weirdest things.
The merch was crazy. I mean, I just don't understand how they know they wasn't trying to celebrate like, lemon pepper wing night. You know what I'm saying? Like it could have been
lemon pepper wings.
If Lou would have been the spokesperson,
and they had T.I. performing too.
Yeah.
This was going to be a special night for the culture, man.
For the city.
For the city.
God.
They had special jerseys already, They got a new court and everything.
The NBA drew the line.
Yep.
At
Folded.
strip club. Like Adam Silver was like, we can't associate with that.
Mm-mm.
That's negative.
Everything else
worse than a barbecue lawn chair.
I hope he'll never negotiate with Kirk Cousins' lawyer. I mean, agent.
He'll lose that one. Kurt's agent wins every time.
All the time.
I mean, I'm with you on that one, man. They're gonna set a line on all of it. And NFL has the same problem. They set lines on things that just don't seem like consistent with the rest of the stuff they set lines with. And not to say that we're against setting a line versus abuse or whatever, but be consistent. Right. If you're against vices, if you're against crimes, be against crimes and be against vices. And they're doing the opposite. Yeah.
I mean, aren't they sponsored by multiple liquor companies?
Of course.
Yeah. So,
which if NBA, if you drop them, liquor companies, we're available. We're available. You don't need the NBA and their millions of eyeballs.
It's true.
All right, man. So for sure, crime of the week. There was so many to choose from this week, but that one for sure was the most egregious. All right, so we're going to get out of here, man. We got some stuff coming up next time. And Ron, being Ron, has set up something he wants to talk about next time. And
that's going to get him in trouble.
Ron, go ahead, man. Go and get yourself in trouble already, man.
Hey, man.
What are we talking about next time?
We're at the time. We're going to talk about the top 5 point guards of all time.
Okay. All right.
I think we all know who the top 3 are. But the question is, who takes the last 2 spots?
2.
Wait, so who's 3?
Derek Harper.
Who's 3?
We
know who 1 and 2 are. I mean, Magic and Steph. Steph and Magic. Who's 3?
Isaiah Lord Thomas. That's who's 3rd.
Yeah, that's who's 3rd. I'm done. Go ahead and wrap this up. Tune in next week when I roast Ron.
I appreciate y'all coming out to the pod. Like Ron said 3. All right.
3.
All right. So you wait, Ron. You got an order? Is that order or is that just?
That is an order.
Magic, you got Steph, Magic, Steph,
Zeke.
All right. Well, that's what. Can we start that pod now? We'll just go ahead and record 2 in a row because that's a good place to start. But we're going to talk about the top point guards in the NFL lore. I'm sure he's got some other people he's going to put in there. I'm sure we're going to have some white chocolate on there on the list of top 5 for him. But listen, if you are not following us, make sure to do that on social media. We're actually pretty funny. On TikTok, got the Brown Liquor Sports Podcast. We're on Threads now, and we're also on Instagram. But make sure to like and subscribe to pod here because we might actually have some guests next time. I mean, I felt like Marvin did a good job. What y'all think? Maybe Marvin can come back next time.
He's the best host we've ever had.
Oh, well, shit.
Oh,
all right.
Here we go.
Hey, look, appreciate y'all coming out, man. There's only gonna be 2 of us next time. It's gonna be 2 of us. But all right, man. Appreciate y'all again. Happy birthday, Ron. Appreciate you, man, for celebrating with us. And we'll see y'all next time on the Brown Liquor Sports Podcast.